Hello and welcome. I frankly couldn't wait to do this video because I'm very excited to share with you my picks for the makeup products that can absolutely make the biggest difference in how we look, especially for those of us over 50. They are game changers, and I have a pretty good hunch that two of these products may be ones that will be totally new to you as well. I'm wearing these Game Changer products on one side of my face, but not on the other side. Before we get started, I want to thank those of you who are returning to my channel, and I also want to welcome and introduce myself to those of you who are new. My name is Elise, and you'll find new videos on my channel every Thursday. And since I'm also a professional working makeup artist who specializes in helping those of us over 50 look our very best, each week, you'll find videos that offer makeup tips and techniques that address our specific needs. So if this approach sounds like a match for your particular needs, I do hope you'll find a home here and subscribe to this channel. With that said, let's jump into today's topic. There is nothing that I feel is more fun and frankly more important than sharing with you products that can be real game changers in how we look and how we feel. Since how our skin looks certainly makes a huge difference in how our makeup looks, let's start there. So the first product is a skincare game changer, especially for those of us who are older. It's an exfoliating product. Now, most skincare experts recommend that we exfoliate our skin twice a week because regular exfoliation helps prevent dull skin, clogged pores, and even skin discoloration by ridding the skin of dead skin cells. And if you use any serums or special creams, like most of us do, regular exfoliation also allows these skincare products to better penetrate the skin and therefore provide superior results. Now, our skin does shed dead skin cells, but not as often as we get older. But these skin cells, unfortunately, don't just dissipate into thin air. They cling to our skin, which makes our skin look duller. They also clog our pores and highlight lines and wrinkles. Just about every skincare makeup line makes some kind of exfoliating product, so they're easy to find. I have to say that one of my very favorites is Tarte's The Deep Polish Rice Enzyme Powder for normal to oily skin. There's also a classic and a calming version of this product as well. Now, these Tarte products are pricey, but I've had this one for well over 8 months. But there certainly are many other good exfoliating products on the market from which to choose. Product number 2 is eyeshadow primer. If you wear eyeshadow, a good primer keeps the shadow from creasing or smudging and provides a base so the color goes on evenly. But it's also a great investment even if you don't wear eyeshadow, and here's why. Almost all of us have some discoloration in our eyelid area. It can be veins that are showing through that thin skin, or red areas, or even darker areas. And eyelid discoloration even occurs when we're younger, but it's also one of those interesting little changes that happens for most of us as we get older. So using an eyeshadow primer that matches our skin tone can totally cover up discoloration on our eyelids, which helps our eyes look bigger and brighter, and let's face it, younger. A good one is Urban Decay's Eye Primer Potion. And the Alter Ego brand and Essence make less expensive ones that are good but don't have quite as much coverage. Other brands that have good eye primers are Sigma and NARS, and I recently saw that a new brand from Jason Wu, which just debuted at Target, also has an eyeshadow base that comes in 4 different colors. I haven't tried it yet, but if any of you have tried it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Next, our number 3 product is an under eye corrector product. Now, since many of us deal with dark circles or just darkness under our eyes from the shadow created by eye bags, a color corrector can make a world of difference. Most of us are used to using concealer under our eyes, but using a color corrector first before our concealer really helps cancel out the darkness. That's because most of the darkness is a bluish, purplish tone. And by using a color corrector in a peach or salmon color that's a complementary color to the blue-purple color, we can effectively eliminate the darkness. Just using a concealer alone, without a color corrector underneath it, doesn't do as effective a job of eliminating the darkness And sometimes it can also make our under eye area look ashy. So color correct first, and then gently pat on a concealer that either matches your skin or is a half to 1 shade lighter. Most makeup lines do have a peach or salmon colored corrector, and one I especially love because it's a multitasker is Colorscience's Total 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy. It color corrects, it brightens, it hydrates, and it helps depuff the under eye area. It also has a mineral SPF of 35, which helps protect the delicate under eye area. Once again, it's expensive, but only a very small amount is needed under each eye, so fortunately, it lasts a very long time. I'm going to go ahead and add color corrector under the eye that doesn't have it. So I'm going to be using my Colorscience 3-in-1 Therapy product. It has a really nice applicator tip, and you can either apply it directly from the applicator, or you can use your fingers to apply it. Pat it under that delicate eye area, just very softly. And I want to make sure that I get to this area where I have an eye bag too. As you can see, this is a peachy salmony color, and it comes in 4 different colors, so you can pretty much find a shade that matches your skin tone. Next, I'm taking just a tiny bit of concealer on a brush, and I'm just gently applying a little bit and then patting it on. And since I don't want this to crease, I'm going to add a little bit of loose powder, very small amount, over it, and just pat that on as well. Just going to gently press the powder in over the concealer. Our 4th product definitely helps our eyes look bigger. Many of us have experienced our lashes getting thinner or sparser as we get a little bit older, so curling them creates the look of greater length as well as volume. So I highly recommend using an eyelash curler to really open up and emphasize our eyes. I'm going to give the lashes a curl on the eye where I haven't used the eyelash curler. But first, let's take a close look at the eyes so you can see the difference between the eyelashes that are curled and the ones that are not. Go ahead and curl these lashes. And I think you can see already what a big difference that made. Our 5th product is one you may not be familiar with. I heard about it over a year ago, but didn't try it at that time. In full transparency, one of the PR people for this brand reached out to me and asked if I'd like to try it. And since I've been curious about it when I first heard about it, I absolutely agreed. I will always, though, be honest with you when I purchase products or when they're sent to me. And I have to say up front that I was really skeptical about this product. It's called Tight Eye, and it's from a company called Science Serum. The purpose of the product is to firm and tighten the area around the eye in order to decrease fine lines, wrinkles, as well as crow's feet. And you use 1 pump of the product to swipe it under and around each eye. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to dry, and then you rinse it off with lukewarm water. And the company also makes a moisturizer to apply on the eye area after rinsing off the product. Now I have to say, I don't have terribly heavy lines on the outer area of my eye, but they were definitely there. And you may have noticed that I just used the past tense were. And that's because after 2 weeks of using Tight Eye, those lines almost completely disappeared. I was frankly amazed. Science Serum also makes tight neck and tight lips as well as some other products. They were also very kind to send me the tight neck product as well. Now, tight neck also helps to tighten and firm fine lines and wrinkles on the neck and chest area, and it's meant to improve skin tone, resiliency, and elasticity. I definitely also saw improvement in the lines of my neck, and I also saw some tightening in what I affectionately call my turkey neck. It wasn't a dramatic improvement, but it was noticeable. And frankly, I was really surprised to see any improvement in that area, since the extent of the loose skin on my neck was pretty dramatic. So if you're concerned about tightening and firming fine lines and wrinkles on the neck and chest area, tight neck may be something you want to give a try. I'll put a link to their website in the description box below. Our sixth product is for those of us with hooded eyes. Now, I'll say up front that I have not personally tried this product yet, but I definitely intend to do so. I'm talking about it here because I've seen some amazing demonstrations with this product and wanted to let you know about it. This product is called Lids by Design, and it consists of eyelid correcting strips. They're available in 6 different sizes depending on how hooded the eyes are. It's a one-time use product, and it's made from medical grade materials that are hypoallergenic as well as latex free. All you do is you clean and dry your eyelid area first, and then you carefully place the strip across the eyelid fold. Next, you press and hold the strip down for several seconds to ensure a complete bond to the skin. And that's really all there is to it. Each box contains 80 eyelid tapes and costs $40. Now, makeup can be worn over the strips if you apply the company's Color Set All-in-One pencil over the strip and eyelid before applying makeup. If you want to learn more about this product, they do have a YouTube channel in addition to a very helpful website. I've put a link to their website in the description box below as well. Next, we're going to be focusing on products for the face. So number 7 is a pore blurring primer. Now, many of us end up developing larger pores as we get older, and there are some excellent face primers out there that help to blur out the look of these pores before applying foundation or concealer. Some good ones include Laura Mercier's Pure Canvas Blurring Primer, and this is the one I used today. Another great one is Tatcha's The Liquid Silk Canvas, and Benefit's The Porefessional Hydrating Primer. This is the Tatcha product, and here's the Benefit Porefessional product. And by the way, this comes in a hydrating version as well as a non-hydrating version, and I would really recommend the hydrating version for us. And if you found a pore blurring primer that you use and love, I hope you'll share the name of that product in the comments section. The next product, number 8, can make a dramatic positive difference for those of us over 50. It's highlighter. And there's no question that our skin doesn't quite have that beautiful radiance that it once did. So we're fortunate that there's a makeup product that can recreate that beautiful glow for us. Since our skin usually gets a bit drier as we get older, a cream or liquid highlighter can work especially well. I'm going to add one of my favorite highlighters to the side of my face that doesn't have highlighter on it right now. I'm going to be using this beautiful Rare Beauty liquid highlighter in the color Enchant. And I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and then pick it up with a damp sponge to apply it. Here's what the color looks like, and as you can see, it has a beautiful soft pink tone. And I'm just going to dot it on lightly. And I think you can already see the difference that's making. And I love doing it with the makeup sponge because I'm adding moisture at the same time. I'm also going to take a little bit of this clean beauty product called Merit and apply a little bit of that as well. I think you can see the soft glow that I'm getting from these products. There are so many good highlighters out there, and what's not to love about creating a little bit more glow on our face? There are some great drugstore highlighters as well out there, in addition to the high-end products that I've just used. And I'll soon be doing a video where I'll rank all of my drugstore and high-end highlighters for you. The 9th product is one that makes a subtle difference, but it's a beautiful subtle difference. It's finishing powder. Now, in addition to finishing powder, there's also setting powder. And here's the difference between the two of them. Setting powder is specifically applied after foundation and before other makeup, and its purpose is to absorb excess oil. A finishing powder, on the other hand, is meant to be applied after all of our makeup, and its purpose is to provide a subtle blur of pores, wrinkles, fine lines, and uneven skin texture. It's a perfect finishing touch to our makeup application. And I have to say that hands down, my favorites are the finishing powders from Hourglass. I have a palette that I use which also contains blush and bronzer. You'll see the finishing powders on the top, in the center, as well as on the far left. The good news is that Hourglass's finishing powders can be purchased separately, and some of the shades do come in a mini size, which is far less expensive. I'm going to go ahead and apply the Hourglass finishing powder to the side of my face that doesn't have it. I'm going to use just the lightest color in the middle, and I'm just going to gradually swirl it around the entire side of my face. And add just a little bit more blush from this palette as well. The next two products are for lips. First, number 10 is a product which helps prevent our lipstick from feathering into those little lines that just seem to automatically start developing around our lips. It's a clear, waxy pencil that helps fill in those lines around the lips so our lipstick doesn't migrate into them. Several brands make a product like this, including Maybelline and Urban Decay. Milani used to make an anti-feathering lip liner, but I can't find it on their website. So unfortunately, it looks like it's been discontinued, but you can find it in some other locations. But the product I love is from L'Oreal's Age Perfect line because it's a colored lip liner that also has ingredients in it that prevent lipstick from feathering. Since I have pretty deep vertical lines around my lips, I apply this product a couple of times in the areas where the lines are especially prominent. I've used this L'Oreal product on one side of my lips, and I used a regular lip liner on the other side. And I think you can start to see a little bit of a change in the lip line on the side where I used just a regular lip liner. Pretty soon it's going to be migrating into some of these lines. Next up is lip gloss. Our lips do get smaller as we get older, so by adding lip gloss to our lips, we're adding light reflecting elements to our lips, which make them not only look fuller, but also healthier and brighter. I'm going to go ahead right now and add some lip gloss to my lips so you can see the difference. Now, I do have some shine on my lips because one of the lipsticks that I used did have a little bit of luminosity to it, but adding the lip gloss will make a real difference. And by the way, I did use my CoverGirl Lip Lava, which is perilously close to being all used up, unfortunately. Our last two products are two very important tools. A foundation buffing brush like this one, and a makeup sponge like any of these. Now you can certainly apply products with your fingers, but there are a few advantages to using either a brush or a dampened makeup sponge. First, let's talk a little bit about the importance of a buffing brush. What a buffing brush does is really work the foundation into the skin so it looks more natural and seamless. It creates a natural skin-like look without any streaks or brush lines. When you use a dampened makeup sponge, you're adding additional moisture to the face, and sponges also provide a seamless natural look to the skin. Dampened makeup sponges can also help sheer out our makeup a bit so it looks even more natural. And some sponges, because of their shape and size, can also get into the nooks and crannies of our face. Here's my sponge from Real Techniques, which I like because of the angle which I can use to help spread product easily around the nose area and under the eyes. As you can see, it has an angle to it. This is a Beauty Blender sponge, which was one of the original makeup sponges. And this one also has an angle. It's a very inexpensive sponge from the drugstore brand Essence. Just about every makeup line makes a makeup sponge these days. And of course, there are sponges in smaller sizes that can work especially well for applying concealer under the eyes. And you can also use sponges to apply powder. My personal preference is to blend in foundation with my buffing brush and then use a dampened sponge to go over all of my makeup before applying my finishing powder. This ensures that I have no harsh edges anywhere around my face and also helps all the products on my face meld together. And I just want to take a look right now that I've been under some warm lights in the studio to take a look at how my eyeshadow is doing, because that's an area where I definitely will see some creasing and smudging if I don't wear an eye primer. And I don't know if you can pick this up or not, but I definitely see some oil which is starting to penetrate through the eyeshadow. Pretty soon it's going to look creased and smudged. The other difference is on the side where I used my eyeshadow primer, the pigment is a little bit stronger. And that's another thing that eyeshadow primer does. It really enables you to get the biggest payoff from the color of an eyeshadow. All right, those are the 13 game changer products which can really help us look like the very best version of ourselves. I hope you found this information helpful, and if so, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I so hope you'll take just a few seconds to do that now. And in the comments section below, I'd love it if you'd share with all of us some of your can't do without products that help you look your very best. I hope you'll join me again next Thursday, and until then, I hope you stay happy and healthy and have an absolutely fabulous rest of your day. Please take care.